she does mainly serve adults with bleeding disorders, but they also do have a pediatric hematologist, Dr. Gavin Roach, who sees kids there as well. So that, in case you didn't know, is an available pediatric hematologist at orthopedic, and incidentally, my daughter's hematologist, and he's awesome. So anyway, this isn't about Gavin, it's about you, Erica. So
we could go on and on about Gavin. We love
yeah,
him.
we could go on and on about Gavin. But thank you so much for joining us, and I'm just going to let you
having me. Yes, no, it is a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much. And yes, Alley Orthopedic, we continue to see patients, slowly trying to get back to normal, if you will, but we remain open, and more will be discussed in the upcoming webinar with the hematologist that you have coming up next week. But should we go ahead and then just go through the slides? I think Michelle's going to walk me through, or in terms of...
Yeah, and then just, you know, with the questions, just put them in
as
the
they come through. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Perfect. So we can... So the first question on here, sort of a general question. Let's say you are an individual or family, somebody in your family member, I lost a job, or I don't have health insurance anymore. What can I do? So just to sort of answer that first question there, in terms of job resources, I think the first thing that anyone should, and everyone really should do, is to look into your unemployment application, submit that application online if you can. I have been just sort of informing individuals and patients as they call the HTC that it is taking some time, though. There, as you can imagine, they are flooded with applications coming through. The last communication that I had was that they are trying to get more hands-on help, if you will, to process all of these applications that are coming through for unemployment. And then the bigger picture was specifically to what that last poll pointed to was health insurance. I think a lot of individuals are very worried right now about losing their health insurance. Of course, if it is tied into that loss of employment, right? Huge, huge deal for many. So the answer to that, again, it depends on where you are with your health insurance. For our adults, the safety net that we thankfully have in place is through GHPP, for instance. For our adults with bleeding disorders, age 21 and up, you can apply if you lost, say, your employer's sponsored insurance. I encourage all of our patients 21 and up to get on GHPP. And again, as you all know, you can reach out to the foundation or to your HTC social workers for assistance with that. Believe it or not, GHPP, they have been very responsive. We're talking replying to emails within sometimes the same day, at the latest the very next day. They are they've been amazing in terms of processing even new applicants, and in addition to extending expiration dates for patients that are about to expire or lose coverage. So GHPP is one resource in terms of a safety net for insurance. And then the other, again, is through your Department of Public Social Services, and that would be to apply for Medi-Cal to see if you are eligible. And most likely, you can get in through that route. And again, that is through your Department of Public Social Services. And that is, again, specific to county. So if you are in Orange County, that would be CalOptima. LA County is, again, your general DPSS. Same thing with San Bernardino. But in San Bernardino, we have your IEHP, that's your Inland Empire Health Plan. But again, they're all funneled through your local Department of Public Social Services, specific to each county, of course. I wasn't sure if there were any questions that were coming through, Michelle, specific to health insurance, but please feel free to jump in and let me know if there's anything we can answer specifically with regard to that. Not yet? Okay. And in terms, this is what Sylvia posed as well, access to food. I can't put food on the table. Where can I get help for groceries? If we can turn to the next slide, I'm sorry, there's some more information that I wanted to go through. So here we go. In terms of assistance with food, if you are currently receiving CalFresh, CalWorks, General Relief, refugee cash assistance or cash assistance program for immigrants, your benefits will continue at the same level for the months listed. That's March, April, and May of 2020. Next slide. Okay, specific to access to food. This is something that was just announced this week, and it's sort of tied into the CalFresh program, but it's an additional amount that CalFresh recipients will be receiving, and this is just starting in the month of May. So due to the coronavirus pandemic, children who are eligible for free or reduced price meals at school will get extra food benefits. So these food benefits, called the Pandemic EBT or PEBT, will assist families with, again, additional amounts that are sort of tagged on to your existing CalFresh. And I'm just trying to get to the amounts. Here we go. So families will get up to $365 per eligible child on their EBT card to use for food and groceries. Some of you may have also heard that the EBT cards are now accepted online as well through, Amazon and Walmart online as well. So that is something new that they have sort of extended to individuals with CalFresh. So again, families with children who get CalFresh, Medi-Cal, or foster care benefits do not need to apply. Again, you're going to automatically receive this in addition to the money that you're already getting through CalFresh, okay? But if you're not already on CalFresh, you can still apply and you will still be eligible for this additional pandemic emergency assistance that they're giving all individuals on CalFresh.
Hey, Erica, so I just had a question on that note. So if you weren't receiving CalFresh before because you were employed, then you know everyone in the family lost their job, and then you can now apply as a new family.
Correct.
For CalFresh. And where do you do that? And how long does it take?
Again, they're trying to expedite the majority of these services. For CalFresh, you apply at your Department of Public Social Services. That's DPSS. This is the same department that will also assist you with your Medi-Cal application. It's sort of a hub, if you will. So DPS administers CalFresh and your Medi-Cal insurance as well. There is also a number that I listed here for the EBT Customer Service Center, and it's toll-free. It's 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, believe it or not. I tested it and it at a very late hour. And it's listed there for any questions you may have or difficulties applying for that EBT card. But again, if you've lost your job, I encourage you to apply. Again, in terms of a time frame, what I'm hearing is they're really trying to expedite people so that they begin receiving these benefits ASAP. Okay, next slide. So again, this is just sort of to reiterate what we just discussed. This is that CalFresh emergency allotment that will be automatically added to that EBT card. Again, it increases your benefit to the maximum amount per eligible household member. So again, we're talking approximately $365 per child, okay? And again, that is for a max of 6 family members, sorry. Now, these deadlines here are specific to your Medi-Cal applications, your recertifications. Again, the majority of providers right now are doing their best to work with beneficiaries and extend those deadlines. And this is with CalFresh, this is with Medi-Cal. Right now, for instance, if your recertification packet was due in March of 2020, they're now extending that out until September. So they're giving you approximately 6 months to renew. Same thing, if you were due in April, you're being pushed out to October. If you were due this month in May, you're now being pushed out into November. Again, this is trying to work with the general public as much as possible to give you time to submit your recertifications. Next slide, please. So again, if you're currently receiving Medi-Cal, your benefits will continue for March, April, and May. Again, however, you still need to comply, of course, with all of the reporting requirements. And if you don't comply, even by that, say, extension date that they gave you, that they pushed out, at that point, you will be terminated after 90 days. So they are giving individuals a significant amount of time, though, with these extensions. What I always tell patients, though, is if you still feel that you need more time, just don't let it go. Contact your DPSS worker. Individuals, beneficiaries are assigned a caseworker with a case number, and you can contact them directly. And they are there to assist you. Say you can't comply even with that new extension deadline. They're willing to help you, but they need to hear from you. So I just always encourage patients, just don't let those deadlines go. You need to know that you need help. And again, we're here to also lend a hand with those extensions or contacting your DPSS caseworker. Now, if you have lost your job, just need assistance, again, this is the main website that you can access. This is your My Benefits Now website. Again, this is through DPSS LA County. The same goes for Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange County. To make it easier for you, what I tell individuals is if you don't know where the website is, you can literally just go online and Google DPSS Orange County, DPSS San Bernardino County, and it will take you directly to the main website where they have a link for COVID resources, a link for Medi-Cal application, the link for CalFresh. All of the links are there and everything is sort of streamlined so that you can get those applications in online. Something that I didn't mention that is listed on this slide is that they are even trying to waive certain aspects of the application process. For instance, parts of the interview right now, I understand, are being waived. So again, this is just to sort of shed light on the fact that they really are trying their best to accommodate beneficiaries right now, or potential beneficiaries, so that they can get them on board and get them the help and the resources that they need. And I know this can be a little intimidating for some, so I encourage you to give the foundation a call, give your HTC social workers a call. If, let's say, the application process doesn't work for you online, let us know and we can FaceTime you and walk you through that. I did that just today with one of our patients that just, you know, was having a hard time online. I said, listen, let's FaceTime, let me see what you're doing, let me look at your screen, and we walked him through. There were just some technical issues that he couldn't quite figure out. So I encourage that. And I know the majority of the HTC social workers, including you all at the foundation, are more than willing to assist with that. Next slide. So again, as Michelle stated, so much is changing. A lot of new information is coming out from day to day. This is something that, again, just came out this week. I'm sorry that this is specific to LA County, but I know that the majority of counties right now are attempting to offer assistance of this nature. This is an application that is actually due by the end of this month for emergency rental assistance, where they can provide up to $1,000 towards your monthly rent for up to 3 months. So again, all of the specifics are listed here, the number of people, the income that is allowed, say for a family of 1 up to a family of 8. And then the application process is there. You can also visit or call 211. That is your main resource hotline. Again, 211 is available in all counties: Orange, San Bernardino, LA, Riverside. And the link to apply for this program is also on 211. So again, I think this is something that can really help a lot of families or individuals with rental assistance right now because of the pandemic. But again, this one is specific to LA County. Next slide, please. Now this is, I don't know, Michelle, if you wanted to, this is for?
This is me, Erica. So the foundation also offers assistance for those in need. And we have our Emergency Financial Assistance Program, our EFA program. And the purpose of this program is to improve the quality of life of individuals and families affected by bleeding disorders. Who is eligible? Anyone who is living in any of the 9 counties we serve, which are LA County, Orange County, San Bernardino, Riverside, San Luis Obispo, Ventura, and Santa Barbara. We can assist with up to $500 once a year, or I guess a year per household. So it has to be anyone affected with the bleeding disorder living in the same household can qualify for that. We are not able to provide funding directly to the individual or the family. We have to do it to the creditor listed on the application. So once the application is vetted, we'll let you know, yes, it's been approved. And then we move forward to submitting that assistance to wherever it is you requested the help for. So that's EFA for us. Next slide. HFA, Hemophilia Federation of America, has Helping Hands program. They also have emergency assistance, items assistance, and inhibitor support. Emergency assistance consists of requests for housing, utility bills, or transportation. Item assistance is for the cost of medically necessary items that are not covered by insurance or affordable out of pocket. And then they offer support for patients with inhibitors, which can assist with medical, travel, tutoring, education, supplies, and fitness support. However, at the moment, the fitness support is postponed or suspended because, as we all know, all gyms are currently closed, so there's no access to gyms at the moment. For this, you have to have the referral done either by your the social worker, the nurse, or the doctor at your treatment center, or if you don't go to a treatment center, who your regular doctor or your general hematologist. Or the referral can also come from me or Michelle at the foundation. I prefer that I do them because that's what I'm there for. So self-referrals will not be accepted. So if you need any assistance with that, just reach out to me and I can assist you with that. Next slide. Because of COVID-19, Hemophilia Federation of America has a COVID-19 relief fund. So that's for individuals of the bleeding disorders community who are grappling with the significant loss of income because of COVID-19. That's either because their hours were cut, or they're currently not employed anymore because they're not essential employees at the moment. So they can assist with mortgage, rent, utility bills, or even a car payment. Again, you cannot self-refer yourself. The referral has to come either from your HTC or your hematologist, your office, or the foundation. So again, if you need assistance with that, reach out to me and we can assist you with that. Next slide. National Organization for Rare Disorders is offering 2 programs at the moment. The first one is the COVID-19 Critical Relief Program, which is designed to provide eligible rare disease patients with assistance for non-medical essential expenses. And the second program is COVID-19 Premium and Medical Relief, which is designed to provide eligible rare disease patients assistance with insurance premiums and limited medical expenses. If any of this relates to you and you need more information, reach out to me. I can forward you the links. I can connect you. We can call together. I can help you with that as well. Next slide. Okay, and for those living in LA County, there is currently a non-eviction ordinance. So if your landlord comes to you and tells you, I'm evicting you, that is totally against the law at the moment, because there's this ordinance set until this pandemic is over. This is not to say that you're not going to be responsible for the rent, but at the moment, if you cannot pay for it, you have to provide a letter or notify the landlord within 30 days, either by a letter which you can get assistance in writing. There's actually websites out there that can, it automatically does the letter for you. All you need to input is your name, your address, your phone number, your email, your landlord's information, and the letter is done for you. And you print it out, you give it to your landlord, and they cannot evict you. However, just remember, after the pandemic is over and the ordinance is gone, you will have 12 months to pay for the rent that you didn't pay. So with this said, the landlord cannot, they cannot penalize you for late fees, and you can set up a payment plan. So just remember, it's not that you're forgiven the rent. You'll not be forgiven the rent. You just, they're giving you time to pay it, and this will be 12 months after the ordinance is lifted. And like Erica said earlier, it's different for every county. So it's very important that you do stay informed, and not just every county, but even within LA, some cities, have their own ordinance, their own things going on. So it's not the same, but, always stay informed and check in. If you need help, I can guide you with that. We can do it together as well. Michelle. I think this is you, Michelle.
Thank you, Cynthia. Can I just run back to the emergency financial assistance for the Hemophilia Foundation? Is that the application? Oh, you don't have to scroll back, Michelle, but our application is online at our website, so you don't have to ask anyone for that anymore. You just download it, and if you don't have a scanner or anything like that, just take a picture and send it or message it to Cynthia. She's been very, very busy processing those. And the other thing is the HFA emergency application. This is brand new, and I know they got really good funding for this, so please don't be shy to also apply to that one. It is not an overlapping thing. They're not going to ask if you already got money. They might, but it doesn't affect your application, and that is up to $750, so that's a good one. Okay, so these are just some LA County resources that we found recently. The first one is any kind of legal help. The Mayor Garcetti formed a legal coalition of pro bono attorneys, and there's a website there for help on that. And then again, this just goes back to the 211 program that Erica referenced about getting free meals delivered to the elderly, but they can't. So if you're wondering like, well, I'm not on CalFresh and I have elderly parents or something like that, then this is maybe an option for them to get meals delivered to their home. It's age 65 plus, but if you're between 60 and 65 and have a health issue or disability, you are also eligible for this program. And then finally, the utility company called Clean Power Alliance is giving a one-time $25 credit to their customers. I've never heard of that company. Unfortunately, we don't use them, but that is another resource. Next slide. Okay, so this is, I know, Linda, I don't know about the other counties. It seems like, I did sign up for these lists from other counties, but
we're not getting it.
Not all counties are really responding the same. For example, if you want a coronavirus antibody test or when you want to get tested in LA County, you just go on the website. For the coronavirus test, you just go on the website and pretty much say, yeah, I was coughing, I want to get a test. They give you an appointment the next day. It's free. You drive through, you get tested, and you get your results in 2 days. It's not the same in the other counties. So unfortunately, it just seems to be different county by county. And LA County seems to be, you could either say stepping up or incurring the most debt. I don't know. But we're trying to gather more resources for other counties, but we just can't really seem to find any. And this is something, for the people who've been joining, like, for example, the women's webinars, this is something that I wanted to address because it's a little bit confusing. And since you guys took the time out to join us tonight, I wanted to share this information. Okay, so we now have 4 scholarships available, obviously directed to kids going to college. we really want to encourage those kids to apply, especially with the income reduction in many families. We have our general scholarship, Christopher Pitkin scholarship. Then we have the James Earl Farringer for any students who are interested in music, arts, drama, dance. And this is really something like people are doing something a little more creative. Sorry, I'm going to call out Vicky, but her daughter got a scholarship last year in this category to go to cosmetology school. So that's a little bit, you know, how this scholarship is focused. And this scholarship, the inside information is the James Farringer Scholarship is way, way less competitive than the Christopher Pitkin Scholarship, okay? Because there aren't that many people or kids that apply under the Farringer Scholarship. Now, there's a new scholarship that someone created called Advocacy is in Your Blood, and that's really for any kids or adults who have been engaged in advocacy. And it doesn't have to be that you came to Washington or Sacramento. It could be that how you define advocacy, and it could be advocacy at home. It doesn't, you maybe advocated for your child at school, your child self-advocated for themselves at the hospital. So it really doesn't have to be focused on legislation, but someone who stood up for themselves to fight for something they believe in is someone we want to apply to this scholarship. And then the last scholarship is also new this year, Victoria Mendoza Perez Memorial Scholarship. I am sorry, I'm gonna have to give a shout out, but it's actually in honor of Maria's mother, Maria Perez. Hi, thank you. Several of her colleagues have stepped up to fund this amazing scholarship in the honor of Maria's mother who passed away. Oh, I'm getting, okay. And so it's a $1,000 scholarship for any students who may want to pursue a career in healthcare. And again, this isn't wanting to be the next pediatric hematologist. It could be a physical therapist. It could be someone like Erica, a social worker, a nurse. So really, we feel like now we have this whole diversity of scholarships. So that being said, if you are an adult who also wants to apply for a scholarship because you want to you know, take classes or finish your degree or something like that, you are also eligible to apply for this scholarship. It's up to $1,000. And I have to say that you will get some money if you fill out the application correctly. Now, as an adult, it might be a little harder, but you still need to get 2 letters of recommendation and you know, your transcript and stuff like that. I'm not on the scholarship committee, but they're pretty strict. Like if they don't see all the requested documents, they might kick back your scholarship and just say no. So that's the only way you would not get any money. But I do want to say, because this is due June 28th, and then after it's due, they take a while, maybe a month or so, to process and review the scholarships and decide the dollar amounts and stuff. So if you can't wait, this is like total inside information, joined us tonight. You really can't wait for the scholarship because you are home now and you have downtime. Maybe you lost your job or you're aching to get back to work or your job is dulled and so you're gonna pivot yourself. We want you to have a job. Ask for money under the Emergency Financial Assistance Program. I know Cynthia's cringing.
No, not at all.
But the board has given me more leeway under that Emergency Financial Assistance Program to support people to be able to get jobs and to provide for their families, because that is a priority. So think about that. Applying for the Emergency Assistance Program, you will be asked what change happened in your family so that you have an emergency. And you can simply say, you know, whatever your situation is, but for example, you know, I got furloughed, I'm not making money, I got laid off, and I need to feed my family. If I take this phlebotomy class, it's a, you know, 4-week class and I can get a job, you know, as things are lifting and opening, and then I'll be able to put food on the table. So there's kind of a correlation with what's happening with Corona, and the class is around $500 or less, then that's something that, and you want to take it now and you don't want to wait for the scholarship, I recommend that you go under the emergency financial assistance, and then that can be processed really, really fast. And you can start your class ASAP. So if you have any questions on that, let me know.
Michelle, we actually did have a quick question.
Yeah.
For someone who is a communication major and would like to apply, would there be a specific one they could apply under maybe the art scholarship or one of the other ones?
Does the person want to share about the communications? Because I guess I would want to know more about, I don't really know what a communications major is, sorry.
I guess it would just fall under liberal arts.
Yeah, it would probably fall under the first one.
I would think so.
Christopher Pitkin.
Pitkin.
Yeah, Pitkin. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Unless they were planning to do something like, you know, arts related with that major, then maybe it would be the second one.
Theater arts or something.
Yeah, yeah. Is that it, Casey?
Yep, that was the only question on
Okay.
scholarships. Thank you.
All right, just email me if you have any questions on that. Okay, next slide. Is that it? Oh, that's all. That's the end of our, okay, well, that was really quick. I do just want to update you on the upcoming presentation. So May 20th, next Wednesday, we have our 3 medical directors providing information and updates on COVID-19 and bleeding disorders. There's a lot of chatter out there about overly clotting too much and people dying of strokes and you know, lung issues because of this clotting problem. So please join us. I want to tell you that we are very close to being sold out. I don't know, I think people are joining from like other parts of the country because there's these names I don't recognize. But if you're interested in this, is such an interesting webinar and topic, and how unusual is it for us to get our 3 medical directors together in one place, only possible through COVID-19. So,
Silver linings.
yes, next slide. And then this is also almost sold out. We have Dr. Kwan. This is a presentation we did up in Ventura. I know Mallory joined us and it was really good. So we decided to bring it back. It is a webinar and we want it to be interactive. And if you do join us, we will send your family a $50 Grubhub gift card so you can order your own dinner. So instead of meeting at a restaurant like we normally do, you'll just have to get your own food. But we're gonna send it after the dinner. So you can register here, but everything is on our website to register. And then this is also something we wanted to really focus on people who might be pivoting again, career changes and things like that. So this will be a resume writing class. It is kind of long, but this is a difficult topic and it is only limited to 25 people. So if you're interested in this resume writing, I don't think it's even, this ad has even been released out to anywhere, social media or eBlast. So it's, is it on the website yet, Michelle? Oh, it is on the website. Okay, so go to the website and you can sign up for that. And then finally, end of June, it's the same thing. We have a gene therapy webinar sponsored by BioMarin. And this is the same thing with the, I guess we're going with Postmates and not Grubhub for this one. I don't know if there's a difference. So go ahead, and I think that's up there as well. So is that it? That is it. Okay, so kind of short. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can unmute and see if anyone wants to chat and have questions. I think somebody, Maya. Okay, let's maybe mute again. Let's unmute Maya because she's saying that she has some resources from other counties. Maya, can you share about that?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, Maya.
Yes.
Oh, okay. hold on, let me put because I'm using my phone instead of in the app at the same time. Okay, so what I have been receiving, I think, I can't remember. My mind is a little fuzzy this past week. But I know, I don't know if she's a counselor, but she's up there with politics. Norma Torres, she sends pretty much updates and emails with resources, mainly for San Bernardino County and the area, a little bit of LA County. And so, I'm willing to forward that email to, Cynthia or yourself, so you can share more. I mean, maybe you missed something that you don't have in your, all those resources that you have.
Yeah, that would be great. If you don't mind just forwarding that to Cynthia and I, and then we can like push it out onto social media, that would be helpful. And then
Yeah,
Carlos is offering to pick up food for anyone who wants it.
Yeah, I think they are offering here in San Bernardino for certain age. I think it's from 60 or 65, or anyone who has the disability too.
Yeah.
They do have that for seniors, and they have various places in Montclair where people, it doesn't matter who you are, you can just go and eat for free. And maybe if I look in the newspaper, because I live in Chino, so I'm not sure if, I've been reading all these things, but I can gather information and send you what I have.
Yeah, that would be great. And then we can also sign up for those newsletters or let other people know, because the information is coming out super fast. And thank you, Maya. And Carlos is offering to deliver food for everyone. Is that true, Carlos? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. He's all of a sudden going to leave the meeting. Thank you. Well, that was pretty quick. I know that was like everything we could get our hands on to provide for you tonight. I know it may not be enough, but please reach out to Cynthia or to me, especially, for, our emergency assistance is very flexible right now because, as I said, the board's given me quite the leeway for discretion to make decisions, and Cynthia as well. So, and then any questions for Erica as well, she's always available. It went way short than normal, not like our women's webinars. Okay, Casey, maybe you could unmute people because I feel like I'm talking to myself in my dining room.